episode 2 of the first day. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna continue this. We back. Heck yeah, we back. Danielle, yay, we're back. Smelling like diesel now. Damn it. Where's your wet wipes, Dad? Dad.
Hey.
Never mind, I got them.
Oh.
So yeah. Went underneath, connected the fuel line wires, and the intake and the exhaust to the diesel heater. I didn't add the silencer, but I did add the knockoff heater ones. I'll go underneath and I'll add the new muffler and intake here later or another time. For right now, my goal is just to get it in and make sure it's all working and such. I'm still kind of curious about the temperature sensor, whether it's going to actually let it turn on or not. Bobtail trucker. Everyone was still on the other screen. I know I didn't even realize that it was done until I brought the camera back over here and realized that the temperature had shut my phone off. So, but thank you guys all for jumping back on this one. On this one, we can continue the rest of the day. Oh, diesel. Yeah. Rod, I'm here. Nice. Good evening, Anne. Good evening. Everyone. Hello again. Heck yeah. The stream continues. Okay. We now know that 7 hours is currently the limit of cutoff. Nope, it was because my phone temperatured out. I believe that we can run the live stream a lot longer than that. That I was chatting on the other stream. Sorry about that, Tracy. My phone temperatured out. So. Okay. Now, I believe everything is hooked up. I believe we have it all connected. Just gonna look at the manual right here and see what it says for startup. See if there's any startup instructions. Operating mode is turn on the switch upgrade. Turn off the heater 3 minutes before turning off main power to prevent damage to the heater to the bin charge. Repair. Okay, so it doesn't say anything specific about instructions for turning on. When burning and smoking, check the switch. Nice, it even gives a nice like error code options. So, oh, smooth. You guys are all popping into the chat now. Thank you all for joining back over. Yeah, old Vanlifer, hello there. Yeah, my phone overheated, like King Bear's Adventure said, but we're back in action. Still, the phone's on charge. Once it gets full charge, I'll put the microphone back on. With your current area and action, 7 hours, regardless of being stream for decades. Oh. Yeah, I'm really hoping we can keep these live streams going like that. Still going strong. Heck yeah. Hey Bruce, drink some water. Thank you, Tracy. Going to get it right now. Thank you. We are back. Heck yeah. You have checked for updates on Sterling Green. Not streaming before, right? Yeah. My Sterling does need an update probably tonight at some point. I'll do it while I'm sleeping. That way it doesn't interrupt our live streams here. You look dehydrated. You can hear better inside. Yeah, I actually am. Thank you. Now, let's see if it turns on. Oh, hey, you got ventilation mode. So like it'll just blow air, it won't blow heat. See this? Look, feel this. This is that's some power, man. Wow. Okay, so it's 29 degrees in my dad's van. Big, like huge bonus of this more advanced diesel heater from HLN. It not only heats, but it also has a ventilation mode, which is super cool. That means this thing, in a sense, has like not AC, but it blows air around, which is really cool. The other knockoff heaters do not have that option at all. So we're gonna run this for a little bit and just help the whole van ventilate a bit more. I have his roof fan on right now. That's gonna help. And then later on this evening, when it's not 29 degrees in the van, we'll try out to see if the heater works fully with the heat. It could be the heat factor. I wonder if putting your phone in an aluminum heat fin block would help. Maybe. It was doing okay until I like sat it directly in the sun. So other than that, I think we're gonna be okay. I should get like a little umbrella for it. Just got back and saw the switch, was confused for a beat, then caught on. Nice. I'm not a weirdo. Well, I guess because I live in a truck camper, but I'm a nurse. It's okay to be a weirdo and a nurse. Super cool that you live in a truck camper. I remember living in one of those. Before I left the other stream, I said this stream dropped. Glad to see you're back in action, but take your time getting back into your routine. Yeah, and trying to set myself a new routine is definitely one thing that I'm trying to get used to. Like eating, more than once a day, and then drinking a lot more fluids. So. Can you tell how many watts pulls on fan when hooked up to a large battery bank. So he only has a 100 amp hour battery right now. But we can definitely check what the battery pull is on the fan. It's on my phone, so I wouldn't be able to do that right now. I do need to get him the app so that he can check his own battery. But for the most part, I've been just kind of keeping an eye on it myself. He has enough solar and he doesn't use that much power, so we've never really had to like strictly monitor his power use. Um, it's just every now and then it's nice to keep an eye on it. Right. Sometimes with the fridge being there, we can check from the fridge the battery voltage meter on that thing. It doesn't exactly give a direct how many watts is being pulled. But yeah, we could hook it to a large battery bank, but right now I have it wired into his van. Um, so I'll get back to you guys on that, how much power his heater pulls on just ventilation mode. I'm actually curious on that as well right now. I was thirsty too. Thanks, Tracy. Russell, how you doing, Russell? We just finished installing a new diesel heater in my dad's van. HLN heaters that you can get on vantoys.ca soon. Check them out. They're way better priced than a lot of the super expensive ones. And from what we can see, super, super good quality compared to any of the like super knockoff brands like VATRER that come with like the bare basics and built to break down basically. As you guys know, I've battled with a lot of those like knockoff heaters, and from my experience, you can get a good one here and there, but for the most part, they're all junk. If that's all you can get within your budget, definitely go ahead and get it. But my advice is always to buy two, because chances are the first one's gonna break down not very far after install. It's just how they are. I've had them go for years, and I've had them go for a week. So just keep that in mind. But the fact that this one, I think Mr. Blur said into the chat, it was like $700 or $800. That's basically the price of buying two of the cheaper ones anyway. Um, so you might be, if you can swing the funds, definitely go for this option for sure. 10,000 epic, congrats! Thank you so much. Yeah, that's a huge accomplishment. So let's hope we can keep it going to 20,000. Deborah's back there now. Deborah's back there now. That's super cool, man. Where's that beat from? Look at that. Bam, bam. We're gonna shorten this up, obviously, to probably like that much. I think that's all my dad needs because he doesn't have much tubing. So, but for right now, I'm just gonna stick this whole puppy on and see what it does. Oh yeah, that's so nice. Oh man. I'm just gonna let it run like this for a little bit. Oh, blow it right up the skirt, ventilation. Yeah. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna close up my dad's doors here. We're gonna let that cool. Right now it's 31 degrees in that van. Super hot. But from what I can see, the temperature is reading from the controller. So I'm not sure if we need a second temperature sensor. We have one just in case, but it seems to be reading a temperature from somewhere. So Sound is super bad and cracky. Yeah, I know. You know what? We're just gonna switch it back to the microphone right now. Give me 1 second, you guys. My van is scorching hot too. Espar is in the cart, actually. Nice. That's super cool. Okay, you guys, we have 80% on my phone, so let's see how long we can rock this without having it plugged in. Here we go with the microphone, as requested. Can you guys hear me better now? Is that better? Yes? No? What if I put it here? Boom. Is that better? Can you guys hear me a lot better? Yes. All right. Rock and roll. Okay. Nice. We got the microphone rocking. Boom, boom, boom. Right there. Muy bueno. Nice. Muy bueno. Reliable nomad. That's Spanish, isn't it? Custom clear images. How you doing, buddy? Hi, Bruce. How are you doing, bro? I'm doing a lot better. I'm doing a lot better than what you guys see me in the last video. I'll definitely say that. Lost signal in the garage before. Oh, good. Thank you, Bobtail Trucker. Good thing to note. Can I put you guys? We're just gonna have to be stuck with it right here. So, yeah, I'm gonna close up my dad's van here and see if we can get the temperature to drop a little bit. Hey, has a ventilation mode, so it's technically like a mini, like not an AC, but there's a lot of ventilation through there. So 30 degrees. See if it helps cool it down. You know, I have my Starlink right there, so just gonna set you guys up. This is all of our scrapped wood pile, just so people know. I'm trying to keep you in the sun, honest. I know I love the sun, but my phone doesn't apparently. Yes, 1000% better. Nice, that's great. Yeah, like I say, I love this microphone. Like, I wish I can use it like 24/7. That's why I bought that adapter, but apparently it's just not working. Take the cool air from the floor and blows it around. Absolutely, and there's a lot cooler on the floor than it is anywhere else on that van. Currently, I've got the heater vent blowing, I guess, from the floor up to the ceiling, so hopefully that'll help with pushing it all out the roof vent. I also have the roof vent on as well. And another thing you guys haven't seen yet. We also installed a roof fan on there. It's not a Max Air, but it's you guys see it in the video. I can't remember the name of the brand. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that custom clear images. I'm standing right on top of the thing, like I need to be right on top of my phone now. It's so nice having a microphone, and I don't need to be on top of it. Randy Sand. Hey guys, I'm back. Nice to have you here, buddy. That fan mode is nice. I know, right? I'm excited for that now. You know, because like I said, I've got my 2 kilowatt heater up there from the same company, HLN, and I wanted to get deads in first, but now with that ventilation mode, shoo, I can't wait to get it in mine. But my heater's actually been working perfect, so I'm trying not to disturb that until we have an issue. I just going my side door on my van. Nice. That's super cool. Gull-wing doors. Shoo. Whew. Well, the heater's in. Yeah, fully installed. Cooling. Sorry. My van's exhaust. Yeah, it's getting ready to fall off again. I have a plan for that, but yeah, all in time. I'm gonna make another coffee, I think. I'm gonna hang out with the guys. Oh, we got a bucket of coffee here. Still gotta get through. Da, 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 da. Making a quick double. I'm really not sticking to my like 2 coffee a day thing, but I am drinking a lot more water, so there's that. Um, you know, and they're small coffees, so that's my excuse. Yeah, extra large coffees all around, but now we gotta cut back. I'm actually gonna have to refill my water jug too. It's getting pretty low. I'd say I've got about a quarter of water left. Spilled about a quarter of my coffee. Yep, the microphone's working. The phone got to, I think it's like 70%. I said, come on, Van, dropping temperature. Here in St. Catharines, Ontario, it's 32 degrees, but feels like 38. Woohoo, Dad! St. Catharines, Ontario, 38 degrees. She said it feels like 38 degrees.
44 in Pakistan.
44 in Pakistan? Really?
She had on her black gear on, right?
Oh, I bet.
She had to stop. She had some lighter blue vents.
I bet. Yeah, you definitely need ventilation in 44 degrees. Wow. Mr. Blair says he sees you, Melvin. Eh? Give him one time. It's not to the subscribers. It's
Hey, 2 fingers up there, Mr. Blair.
Mr. Blur and my dad give a different type of double V's. My parents used to live in Moab Valley. Too hot. See, I'd probably love that, honestly. Hi, Mr. Blur. How you doing? Great. I'm out at Radium Hot Springs on a Forest Service road. Super cool. Anyone else here from Ontario? Yeah, I'm curious. Everybody who's watching now, drop it into the chat where you're watching from. I'm always curious. My dad's always curious too on like where you guys are all watching from. Mr. Blair, did you see Foresty Forest yet? Ah. Frankfurt, Indiana. Nice. Iowa. Tammy Lee says Alberta. Yeah. Clyde says Moncton, New Brunswick. That's where he's watching from. Illinois. Utah. Ohio. UK, Scotland. Nice. Hot and humid. Bedford, PA. 81 Fahrenheit. Olympia, Washington. Super cool. I see you grabbing your belly a few times. Yeah, it's a constant thing. I'm always like kind of holding it in a sense. But it's doing okay. I just every now and then got to give her a little feel, make sure it's still there. Moab Desert getting about 46 to 60 degrees during the summer, no rain. Hell yeah. You know I love the deserts. Oregon, Ovangel, Lethbridge, Vintage Vehicle Adventures. Bristol, Tennessee, says Dennis Beard. Home of NASCAR's fastest half-mile track. Dude, I'd love to go down to Bristol. Seriously, I would. Maybe one day we'll take a trip down. Fabian Campground, Alberta. Nice. Florida. Oregon. Victoria, BC, barely 20. Nice. Oh my god, I don't understand Fahrenheit. I know, me neither. All I know is minus 40 is minus 40. That's all I know. Celsius just makes more sense to me. You know what I mean? If it's plus temperatures, then it's warm. If it's negative temperatures, it's cold. Deep South Calgary. YYC Car Guy. How you doing, brother? Nice to see you on the stream. Thanks for joining. South New Jersey, USA. Nice. 25 degrees here. Going up big time this week. Yeah, it's supposed to get hot everywhere this week, eh? Crazy. Mr. Blair says your mom's house. Super cool, you guys. What time is it? It's 4:30 or quarter to 5. Celsius times 1.8 plus 32. I'm not doing math to figure out what temperature it is. Celsius is just so much easier. What part of Newfoundland are you from? Stephenville, Newfoundland. The west coast of the east coast. Huh? Southwest coast? What are you talking about? Huh? The southwest coast. Yeah?
What?
The southwest.
The West Coast.
That's what I said. The west coast.
Yeah, well, that's the East Coast.
We're the west coast of the east coast. We're
East Coast, that's St. John's first.
we're as far east as you can go in Canada, which means we're east coast, but we're the west coast of the island, so we're the west coast of the east coast. Know what I'm saying? What I'm picking down, putting down, picking up. Vintage Vehicles Adventures. Last night I ran the heat, and today the AC is on. Alberta's got everyone confused. And Bristol has a drag racing Thunder Valley one. Yeah, one of the premier tracks for NHRA. Absolutely. Dude, I'd love to go to all of those tracks. You know, maybe one day we can. Can you imagine running my van down the track? That would be seriously sweet. And my dad was born in Labrador. Nice. I googled it. Don't laugh. I grew up in Conception Bay South. Nice. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Super hot. Yeah. But as long as I keep my roof fan on, I think it'll be okay. And to be honest with you, it kept the heat inside really well. It's only when I open the door to check on it, it lets all the heat out, so it cooks the van real quick. It's definitely going to be really nice in the wintertime, though. You know, like in the wintertime, if I just cook some supper, I won't have to run my heater. My dad and I just went to Vancouver Island for a week. So cool. My dad says hello to Pops and Petey the dog. Nice. Russell says hi, Dad.
Huh?
Russell says hi. Russell. You don't know him, he's a subscriber. Hit that like button. Free promotion for Bruce. Heck yeah. Thank you all so much for hitting the like. We have street fights on Saturday nights for anybody to race. Dude, that'd be sweet. I'm down. Let me put a supercharger and some nitrous on my van, and I'll be there, buddy. You watch. You not run your heater? Who are you kidding? I know, right? Yeah, as soon as the fall hits, my heater goes on and it doesn't turn off until spring. So we're gonna see if that's the case this year. Spokane next week is Street Outlaws drag racing. That'd be super cool. Racing in Spokane? I heard that they were coming to Canada here and there, but I'm curious how they get down on our streets. Because I know like even our track, like Canada, we just don't have the temperature to keep a good track. So I'm curious. They were probably doing a lot of spinning. I bet you any money. Heisenberg was a retired chemist. Let's see, 31 degrees. And it doesn't seem to be cooling off in there. Let me go check it out. Wow. Not cooling it down so much. But it's just like it's super hot out today, so. Da, 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 da. Is Dad knitting again? No, sitting there on his phone, zoned right out. How you doing, Brent? Amanda's in the house. How you doing, Amanda? Nice hat. Thank you. Woo, 54 in chat. Super cool, you guys. Thanks for joining the live stream. We will be here all day. Not here, in a sense. I've got to go do laundry, do a bit of grocery shopping, stuff like that. So we're going to go run off and do stuff like that here soon. But today we decided to install my dad's diesel heater. And that was the beginning portion of today's live stream. You got to have breakfast, hang out, wake up with me. Come down here. We hung out with Deborah, the van, my dad, and also installed my dad's diesel heater. I even cooked a pizza in my new oven. Rod, as a retired chemist, I wondered what the solar system planets make it as a formula. That's a very intricate question, Bobtail Trucker. But yeah, it's super hot today. Holy smokes. Craziness. What are we doing? What are we doing now? I have no idea, Lauren P. We just finished installing the new HLN diesel heater in his van. We have it on ventilation mode right now, trying to cool the thing down because currently his van is 31 degrees and climbing. So even though we installed a heater today, we're not going to be able to really try it out right away because it's already too hot in there. So once it cools off later this evening, maybe we'll try out the heater portion of it. But for right now, I've got it on ventilation mode. And now I'm just trying to figure out what to do next, really. Like I said, I've got to do laundry and grab some groceries. So I might go do that. Lauren P., are you with Amanda right now? David, great to see your dad again. Thank you. The van tour will be coming, Amanda. Yeah, we've already done a brief little van tour of my van. For anybody who hasn't seen it yet, you can go check out the last live stream. If not, anytime I go into my van, anybody who's curious about it, just let me know and we'll walk through it. No, we were together this morning. Nice. Not right now. Okay. Super cool. Super cool. Well, the ventilation seems to be ventilating. Wow. That's throwing some serious air though. And now this thing needs a charge. Good to see you healthy. Healthy as I can be. You know what I mean? We're trying over here. Later this evening, I'm going to have some stuffed chicken breast and rice. I'm going to cook the chicken breast in my oven, and we'll see how that turns out. I'm talking about like a breakdown of chemical chart. That's beyond. I don't have a clue about that. Ugh, I'm actually quite tired. I didn't really sleep too much that night. H2O. I know, I've been trying to drink as much water as I can. Where'd my water bottle go? Oh, there it is. Yeah. That thing's basically installed. So that's super cool. Where are you now? Did you make it together? Yeah. Shane's down at Deerfoot City right now, Amanda. We'll probably go see him a little later on. If not tomorrow or something. Nice shirt, Bruce. I have one just like it. Thank you. Rock and roll. I see 55 people here. There's only 40 likes. Come on. I know the last live stream you guys really killed it on the likes. I seen before I started this live stream that apparently we got 1,000 views on the first live stream. Awesome, man. Thank you guys so much. Super cool. Now what to do for the rest of the evening. We liked the cast on. Do we really? Gotcha. Huh? We liked the cast on. Nice, 1,000 views is awesome. Heck yeah. We liked the last one. Do we really gotta? Hey, all the likes and all the comments definitely help the channel. You know, it gets that algorithm to grab us and throw us into the world. You know, so like, share, subscribe. You know. Super cool, you guys. Okay, I just turned the heater off, ventilation mode, because it's not gonna get any cooler or hotter in there. It's just It is what it is. It's scorching out, so the van's hot. That's all we can do. There we go. It turns a lot easier. Maybe check it out after. What is it? Can't see. The sun is messing with the screen. Oh my god, I didn't see your comment. Bruce restarted stream, so we would have to build up the XP bragging rights again. That's how that works. Okay. It's whoever's chatting the most in that live stream. Super cool. Glad heater is working great. Yeah, me too. We're also happy you're at hospital, Junior. We love and miss you. Thank you so much for that. Congrats on 10,000. Thank you so much, Joey. Greatly appreciate that. And to show how much I appreciate it, I want to take you guys along on more of my day. That's why I'm doing these full day live streams. I think it will be a cool way to keep everyone up to date and follow along through our adventures, save me on the editing, and then you guys don't get to miss anything. Kind of right here with me the entire time. Got a big diesel truck driving past. Dang old diesels. That's why I would never own one. You can't even be around them and it's noisy as hell. Bobtail Trucker, thank you so much for that super chat. Bragging rights. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that super chat. Super generous. Love the sound of a diesel engine. Oh, not me, man. Every time I hear a diesel engine, I'm like, why? What are you doing? Sandy RVT. Way to go, Bobtail. Heck yeah. Rob's giving thumbs up. Super cool. I need to plug Dad's thing in here. Where is a... I need a USB-C for this thing. Okay. Give me 1 second, everybody. Let me find a charger for this. There. Dad. I have to study that book. Okay, I'll talk you through working it, but if you ever have any questions on it, that'll be the way to figure it out. Give them some homework. You know what I mean? Dad's got some homework to do. Ow, shit. Just messed the whole thing up. Take that. Okay. Okay, Dad, you can put your van back together if you want. And then we'll put your fridge back in and stuff. I still didn't get a charger cord for this. I'm gonna go grab one there now. Hey Bruce, what is it? Hey Bruce, will we see you? Hey Bruce, will you see Chrome when he heads home from getting his van built? Yes, I really hope so. I'm hoping that we're gonna meet up with Chrome on his way back through Ontario, or on his way back through here. Hang out for a bit and spend the day with the guy. That'd be cool. Or at least join him on one of his Calgary meetups, you know. Cord. Need a cord. Hang on. I'll just steal this cord. Short, but it'll work. Bam. Bam, shabam, bam. There. Charging. What happened? Where'd it go? Oh, this thing's tripping out.
Lori wants to know if you and your dad have somewhere to go to get out of the heat.
No. There's really not.
Find a tree.
Yeah, and there's not really that many trees you can hide in here in Calgary. See, I need to bring this over there. I need to set this up. Hang on, everybody. So that not everything is in the sun. That is Deborah. Say hi, Deborah. Amanda's asking.
Hi, Amanda.
Yeah. Crumbs, Amanda. Yeah, she's seen you there.
Oh, wait. You probably don't see me, no.
No. Yeah, this is Deborah. I need a chair, and then I need a little something to keep all that stuff on. My table, right? Randy knows the table I'm talking about. The table is currently being used for my laptop in there in the van. So, what can I do here? Yeah, I want to sit in the sun, but I don't want and the phone can't come in here too far, because then it loses connection. So, maybe we can rock it like that. There you go. Bring it a little lower. Boom. So let's just hang out for a bit, while we got the microphone going. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna need to set something up so that this is all a lot easier. Let's bring you guys down. One shot. Boom. 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 There you go. That's better. Amanda's. That's very true, Bobtail. Van Maruth is back. Just drove out to Peterson Berry Farm for homemade Saskatoon pie and ice cream. Yummy. That sounds cool, Van Maruth. Amanda, so good to see you in the chat. He would agree with you, Bobtail. Close up, Bruce. Yep. See, close up now. That sun is nice. So yeah, we're just gonna relax for a few minutes and then what? Trying to figure out what to do. I know I need to do laundry. I've got until 8:30 to go do laundry. You need another one. If those little tables are handy. I know, right? Those little tables are super handy. But I think I need a taller one next time. That little one is perfect for in the van. But when I get out of the van, sitting in a situation like this, it's almost like I need a little desk. Little fold-away desk. I'm actually going to start putting away my tools here soon. I only really use the drills, though. And then the sockets and everything that are still under the van. I'm actually going to go check right quick if there's any leaks. Let's go check. Just to make sure there's no fuel running through it, but I forgot I actually had all this over here. once I realized that the last live stream canceled because my phone got too hot, it was like abort mission, get the live on again. Okay. So, oh, I'm missing a clamp. Yeah, like I say, once I realized the live stream was down, I just kind of canceled everything, and it was like get the live stream going again is the main focus. So I'm missing the clamp right there. But other than that, it looks good. I also replaced the two rubber connectors that were leaking from the last heater. I could use another zip tie, and another clamp. There's a clamp right there I can see. So, right there. So, you guys just hang it right there. In the shade. That's okay. That'll work. Oh, sorry with that. Hitting the microphone and stuff. Okay. Come under here with me. Don't tip over. Stay. No one move. Okay, let's just hang this there. So you guys can still hear me all good. All good. All good. Oh, that's gonna be so hard to get off. I wonder, can I separate? Oh, I think I can separate the clip. Yeah, okay. Back on. Ah, sweet. Didn't need to remove it. Rock and roll. Super cool. So let's go this. So pro tip, if you ever forget to put a connection on, just know that you can open them up all the way and then slide it around the fuel line. I hear Pops over there getting pretty tired. And taking old man naps today. I would imagine he's feeling one coming by now. There, now I feel better. Now I feel better. I still need to come in here and clean up a lot of this stuff right here. Like, as you can see, there's wires hanging. This is just the amount of wires that come with it. For the most part, it's kind of going to stay the same, but I am going to come back in underneath and clean it all up. But overall, everything is connected. There won't be any leaks. Fingers crossed. So, yeah. Like I say, eventually I'll come underneath here and replace the fuel or the exhaust and the intake with that silencing exhaust and intake. But for right now, for tonight, it's good enough for me, you know. But through the next streams, just remind me, and we'll come back under here because I'm done on this for today. I don't want to look at it anymore. So let's get out of here. Okay. Clean up this mess. My Jimmy Neutron here. Okay. Tools. Bam. Come back for that fuel line and the zip ties and I'll come back to the chat here in a second. Just gotta clean up this mess first. Fuel lines, zip tie connectors, and then it's just that moving blanket last. Sucks that that moving blanket got covered in diesel, but it is what it is. Now she's a diesel heater working on blanket. I'll leave it out here. Maybe it can wash itself off in the rain. Yeah, I know the rain never stays away for too long here lately. Craziness. What are you doing, Petey? Oh yeah, I got those toolboxes right there I gotta put away. So, yeah, you guys, you sit there for a second. Stay, no one move. These guys gotta go away. Sockets. That goes there. All the little guys. Okay. Real. Seriously, I'm putting this this kit from Andy to the absolute test. There's probably about 500 pounds, if not more, of tools in this drawer at all times, and still rolls totally fine, fully accessible. Allows me to reach all my tools whenever I need it, without having to dig under there all the way to the back. Seriously, we got a lot of tools in here. And for the longest time, underneath my bed on this side, I've had a 3-ton floor jack, but it's just so big and bulky, and I lose so much of my underbed storage. I think eventually I'm gonna get like a 6-ton bottle jack. Takes up less room, can lift more weight, and I can leave my big jack for the garage. Isn't that just beautiful? Seriously, awesome. I got a couple things in here I gotta go through later. My jackery is gonna end up sitting in here for the most part. I have a charger cord right here, and yeah, this is kind of my power station block right there. I'll get into showing you guys the whole power setup of my van, like fuse panels, all the batteries, because I have in total 3, 5. I have 500 amp hours of batteries in my van in total, but 200 of those amp hours are for the van itself, and then the other 300 is for the back, and that's hidden under my bed right here. Be a bit tricky to show you right now, but we'll get into that another time. And I also got a 70 amp charger to power that, or to charge that 300 amp hour battery back up. Along with, I've upgraded my 30 amp charge controller, my DC to DC charge controller that comes from Energy, that allows solar charging as well. So I used to have a 30 amp DC to DC charger. And then now I pulled that one out and gave it to my dad because he needed it more. And when I did that, actually, Deborah ended up grabbing me a 50 amp DC charger to replace it. Siemens that I was going in that direction anyway, and I needed so much more power. Because, like, for instance, my Starlink's been running all day. For those of you who haven't seen the van yet, let's take a quick look for you guys. Check this out. All right, so we got the ceiling done. Bam, shabam, bam. We got speaker installed here. We've got a shower. All my shower amenities. Lots of brick. Really made the van heavy. We've got 2 set power fridges, one here and one there, so I can grab drinks on the road, stuff like that. We've got an oven, and the van is definitely coming around. I still need to do a few things like wire in these speakers, and a few lights, stuff like that. We also have a TV here. It's too big. Looking for a smaller one that doesn't hang off my desk. But I basically use the TV because my laptop got destroyed in a hailstorm. The screen doesn't work, the keyboard doesn't work. Currently it's hooked up to this as a monitor, and over here I have a keyboard and a mouse. So that's the only thing keeping this Frankenstein laptop alive. Eventually I'll upgrade to a better laptop, but for right now, this is what we have to run with. Up front here, as you can see, I don't have a radio because I did destroy my radio trying to remove it. Unfortunately, not intentionally, but it is gone. So I'll need to get a new stereo. I'm thinking maybe similar to the one that Dad has. And then up here, we have my speakers in the power desk. Super cool. But yeah, like I said, I'll do a full van tour, super in depth, and all of that stuff. But for right now, we're just hanging out doing a live stream. You know. I thought I heard Deborah start up for a second.
What?
I thought I heard Deborah's van start up for a second. What are you doing, Petey? This is one of the other little contraptions that I built. Check this out. Bam! Pedal bike trailer, BMX, cut her down, do a three-wheel go-kart contraption. Gonna be really cool if we can do something with it one day, but for right now, it's just a roll around project. Okay, I'm gonna hop into the chat so you guys see what you're all doing. And listen, Wasp, I'm telling you one time, get out of here. I will mess your day up. Okay. Okay, let's put you guys right here. Bam. And I'll jump into the chat, you guys. Bruce, your dad's van. Bruce, your dad's van is 1985. Mine's in 1979. Nice, super cool. Yeah, they're very similar. Join Bruce on the yawn. Is the diesel heater fully installed now? Yes, the diesel heater is fully installed. Like I say, I got a couple little touch-ups that I need to do to it, but we'll get to that. It's not -40 right now, so I have time. Right now the heater is installed, and it's good enough. Have you ever installed a heater where the fuel intake goes through the filter tube rather than the top of the tank? Have you ever installed a diesel? Have you ever installed a heater where the fuel intake goes through the filler tube? I'm not sure what you mean, Amanda. If you're talking like the fuel line goes through the filler tube, well, that don't make no sense. Why would they do that? I mean, I can't say I have, but I've probably seen it before. Just not personally. I haven't done it that way. Usually what I end up doing is this. Just like that. See? So I have a spot for the fuel to pull in from, and then leave the filler tube by itself. Because, actually, yes, I know where I've seen one now. Van Maruth's We did that one very temporary on hers. I don't like doing that because every time you have to go fill it, you're jostling the fuel line. It just doesn't make sense to run it that way when you can run it in ways like this. So yeah, I think I have seen something like that, Amanda. Oh, yeah. What's going on here? Mm. You can tell the video is mirrored. He was loosening the clamp to tighten it. Yeah, I'm gonna figure that thing out where it's like it's mirrored. I don't like that. I did correct it in my phone settings, but it must be in a YouTube setting. I might have to mess with. And thrush muffler on a diesel heater. That'd be hilarious. Haircut time. I know it's getting there. It really is getting there. I think I'm gonna stick with the mullet. It's just we need to calm down on the freedom up front here. Uh, have you have the means to do you have the means to go do laundry, shower, and get fuel in whatever order you like. I know it's pretty freeing. So we're definitely gonna start doing one of those things here soon. Love that drawer. I know, right? Andy did such a good job with it. How heavy was she? Andy's comment. 6 ton. Heck yeah. Because my jack is a floor garage jack. It's a 3 ton. And sometimes it struggles to lift some of the vehicles we have around. With everybody having vans and everybody having everything in our vans, the weight can get up there. My 3 ton jack will lift it, but I think a 6 ton would lift a lot easier. Rob asks, "Is your sister still in Calgary?" No, my sister's not in Calgary. She's somewhere in Newfoundland. My dad talks to her. I don't. I still can't hear you. The microphone's working full blast, so right now, if anything, is the best time you could hear me. Sorry if you can't, but yeah. Is that the XS50 Victron? No, I don't run any Victron products. I run All Energy currently. Wow, nice build. Thank you, Erica. Looking awesome. Thank you, Amanda. Don, heavy bricks. Yep. Jason West, love the oven. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a great addition for me. I'm more of an oven cooker. I don't really like cooking on frying pans. It's just too many steps, takes too much time. I'd rather just throw something in the oven and then when it's done, it's done.
It'd be messy in the van.
Yeah, it could be super. Oh, I hate friggin' frying stuff. Ugh. So much. You end up having to clean your entire kitchen afterwards. I just made zucchini cookies. They are delicious. Sorry, can't share. It's okay. I'm okay on that one. Have you ever used motor oil on hinges instead of WD-40? Oh yeah, absolutely. Like if I don't have WD-40, I'll use anything for a lubricant just to get whatever to stop squeaking, you know. But yeah, definitely you've used motor oil for hinges. It doesn't last as long as, like say a hard grease or something like that. Hard grease is definitely ideal if you can get it on there. It's even a little bit of it. But yeah, WD-40 definitely helps. Definitely, it's WD-40 is also only a temporary thing as well. But hit like everybody. Thank you all so much. George Clooney. Why am I getting to George Clooney? I don't think I look like George Clooney at all. More like Jimmy Neutron with the hair I got going on. Hey Bruce, still going. Wow, it was a great stream. Thank you. Appreciate that. As I said, I'd like to do a lot more of these, like kind of full length live streams. And through the live streams, if we can keep them going, we will definitely be doing a lot more creative things. Like, maybe we'll go on an adventure, go do something fun. For today, we installed a diesel heater, and that's enough for me. We can get laundry done and cook some supper. That'll be a good day. It's my day off. I'm trying not to do like a whole crap ton of stuff. But I did want to get into the habit of bringing you guys all along on the journey with me. In real time, man. Chicken rice sounds good. I'm eating pizza as we speak. Nice, I had pizza earlier. Gotta go see you on the flip side. Hey, see you later, Clyde. We might be here when you get back.
Can you send out a drone? Can you send it out to the campground?
Oh yeah, yeah. As long as the campground's not a no-fly zone, which I don't think probably any are unless they're close to the airport. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm behind through traffic. I'm gonna pan fried tuna and fries and broccoli coleslaw on the side. Nice. Nice. Oh, did she take? PD's still here with us. PD's basically my dad's dog at this point. Let's get real. That dog lives on my dad's shoulder. Mike is working great. Nice. That's good. That's good. Let me check my battery right quick, you guys. 47% left to the battery. Rock and roll. You've made a nice home for yourself. I'm happy for you. Thank you so much for that, Lynn. It's definitely been a hell of a time trying to build it out to what I want. And in the end, it still didn't turn out as I wanted it, but it actually, in my mind, turned out a little better than I could have thought. The bricks definitely made it feel like an alleyway or like a city vibe in a sense versus like the cabin feel. I wasn't going for the cabin feel at all. I like the city, My van life is most of it is going to be spent in the city. So yeah, kind of gives it a little different vibe than most people's van life. And I missed a comment her earlier. Let me jump back, see if I can find it right quick. It was something about work. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, somebody asked something about work there earlier. If I missed you guys' comments, feel free to drop them in more than once. If I don't get to you, my moderators might answer. But yeah, if I try to get to all of them. Yeah, I can't find it. Yeah, like the fuel line for the heater goes through the filler tube for the vehicle. Oh yeah, that's definitely something that somebody did just to get by, because they didn't want to tap the tank. Realistically, I would pull that out and tap the tank and do it properly. But I mean, if it works, it works. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. As long as the fuel line doesn't get pinched, you should be okay. But if you ever have a fueling issue, that's the first place that I would probably check. Because a lot of times when they do that, Amanda, and they just stuff the fuel line into the tank, there's no weight on the bottom of the fuel line, so it tends to curl. And sometimes you could have a full tank of fuel, but that fuel line is curled up to the top of your tank, and it's never going to drink nothing but air. So just keep that in mind. If you have a fueling issue, it could be that. Your van looks good. Are you still working after the hospital? Yes, I am still working. I was thankful enough to be able to keep my job. So we're working full time through the week. Right now I have the weekend off, so I plan to spend it with you guys, And also, if you guys enjoy this type of like full-time live streaming in a sense, what I'm gonna do is even after work, once as soon as I get off work, I'll start the camera again. Maybe even before work. Maybe we'll start the camera, have a live stream breakfast before I go, and just depends on when I wake up, I guess. New Mexico can hear you loud and clear now. Thank you. Nice. How do I buy a membership? Moderators, can you help me out on that one? For those looking to buy a membership, I believe you can go to the channel's main page. I think you can get it that way. PD is such a good boy. He's something. I have card linked to Google for YouTube. Then there is a $sign. Nice. Hey, Bobtail Trucker just dropped 5 memberships. Thank you so much for that, Bobtail. You're amazing. Yeah, I almost stayed to eat Bruce's supper. Oh, what kind of work are you doing? Just fire and flood restoration. I kind of giggle sometimes and be like, "Oh, my job is to lift boxes," but realistically, it's like lifting boxes, cleaning stuff. But it's fire and flood restoration. In a sense, we deal with the products that are in the home, not the home itself. I've done fire and flood restoration where you go in, you rip walls down, rebuild everything. This is not that. This is just for the products themselves. So, like when the insurance company goes to write off your TV, or if they think they can clean it and it's still good, that's what we do in a sense. I just want to tap my heater on the top of the tank. Maybe we have to take a trip to Calgary. Hey, I would definitely do that, Amanda. With yours being a diesel, it's definitely a lot more of a hassle, just because sure there's other vacuum things or something that a diesel would need, but regardless, it's still just we would need. I don't remove the tank. We just drop the tank enough, tap the tank, do what we need to do, hook your heater line up, rock and roll. We did the same thing to Mr. Blur's van on his Ford Transit. After we dropped the tank, it was like a 30-second process. Of course, his already had the quick connect, but even for tapping the tank the same way that thing is, it wouldn't take more than like an hour once the tank is out of the way in a sense. But we don't take it out all the way. We just drop it down as far as we need to, get in there, do the thing, seal it up, put it back up, rock and roll. See, this is why I need a burn. So then I can pull vehicles into the barn and kind of work on them in a sense. Because right now the garage that I'm in is only a low top, it's only a low door garage. I can't even get my van in. So even if it's raining, we're still kind of forced to. We can't do anything. What is this? Oh, okay. That's the link that Amanda dropped for. Oh man, this iPad is or tablet is slow. It's easier to buy a membership in the browser like Google. Good suggestion. Chrome is not responding. Wait. Mike Grady, thank you so much for that $9.99 super chat. I greatly appreciate that, brother. That is amazing. Oh, this thing is trying to crash. Stay alive. Our dad's iPad or tablet thing is tripping out super hardcore. You can zip tie a piece of PVC pipe to the tube inside the fuel tank to keep the line at the bottom of it floating up. Yeah, you could. A lot of times I'll just use I'll weight down the end of the fuel line. I have a little technique I do on that, but it's hard to explain. But it's basically just you put washers on the end of your fuel line, until it weighs down enough where it stays at the bottom of the tank. Realistically, the best thing to do is just to get the right fuel line adapter thingy. Like even that the jerry can has the metal fuel line that goes all the way to the bottom of the tank. That's the way to do them. Are you talking diesel heater, fuel container? And those are heavy diesel ambo. Chrome gave me a diesel heater. I was thinking of installing it myself. Can't drop the fuel tank, so I thought the filler tube would be easier. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. I mean, it would get it going, but Amanda, if you're thinking of going that route, you're almost better off to just hook it to a jerry can or something, instead of running it to your main tank. You could either tap the tank or get a gas line tap on the fuel line. Yes. I would try not to mess with the original like diesel fuel line, like to tap into it and whatnot. It can open up a world of problems that you really don't need if you can keep the factory fuel system not tapping into it. That's probably the best way to go, and then set up a second fuel pulling spot in your fuel tank. For example, Mr. Blur's Ford Transit, they come factory with that option of tapping your fuel line. The thing is already in the tank. You just have to get the quick connect, which he did, and even having a separate fuel line system set up to his tank from factory vans system. Like he doesn't have to tap into his vehicle's fuel lines, he just tapped into the tank. Even with that being said, if he's driving his vehicle, sometimes his heater will shut off because the vacuum from the engine pulling the fuel up cancels out the amount of vacuum that it would need to hold that fuel in the lines for the heater. So just something to think about, like, yes, the fuel will pull, but when the vehicle's running, you might have so much vacuum pulling that the diesel heater shuts off. You can either oh, I'm losing chat here. Just convoy back to Calgary with me. You might even see rain. Yes, you will see rain. Refresh the live chat. You are my entertainment for today, Mike. Nice. Well, thanks for joining us. BC can have the rain back. She's crispy. Yeah, usually it's BC that rains a lot. But I mean, like, even with Calgary raining as much as it has, it's still nothing in comparison to the way BC rains. Did you bring popcorn, Deborah? No pizza. Oh, he tapped the return line. Oh, did he tap the return line? No, it was a factory fuel spot to plug into for a S-bar gas heater. But even the factory separate fuel line tap still, once the vehicle is running, the vacuum that the vehicle uses for fuel shuts off the heater. So that's why I always suggest just setting up a separate tank. Yeah, any chance you can, try and set up a separate tank. Like for example, I would love to get a gas heater in the future. Right now, the heaters that I have are working pretty good. But in the future, if I ever have like $3 or $4 grand that I could just throw towards a gas heater, which probably won't happen. But if it did, or in Amanda's situation, so she has a diesel ambulance and she's trying to run a diesel heater. In that situation, personally, for me, I would still run a separate diesel tank. I know it's convenient. You don't need to fill up 2 different tanks. But when you're talking about vacuum and not being able to run your heater while you drive, me personally, in the wintertime, I run my heater when I drive. I don't shut my heater off at all during the winter. If I'm doing 120 down the highway, the heater's working. If I'm asleep at night, the heater's working. I don't turn my heater off throughout the winter. But for those who would like to do the same thing, you can't if the vehicle's running and turning your heater off all the time. For example, like Mr. Blur has that same setup. When he drives his van in the wintertime, his heater automatically shuts off because of the vacuum.
Do you know how that works with gas heater?
Same.
I drive my van with the gas heater on.
It should be the same thing. Like if they tapped your tank, the vacuum from your engine is probably going to cancel out and shut your heater off, right? But we don't know on yours yet because you've never had your heater going and driving at the same time.
No. And I really wouldn't need it if I'm driving.
Yeah.
Because my van has heat.
Right,
So I
right.
just use the van.
And for the most part, really no one would use that. I just prefer to keep my heater going all the time, right?
Especially in 40 below.
Yeah, exactly. When it hits 40, 50 degrees, like minus 40, 50 degrees, I am not shutting that heater off. People can, I will never, no, not happening. So for me, if I was driving and I heard my heater shut off, panic mode. So yeah, just something to note. You know, if driving and having your heater off doesn't affect you, then by all means go ahead, tap your tank. But there's a possibility that you might not be able to run your heater while you're driving. For me, if my heater core ever gives out on my van, I don't have to worry about it because I can run my diesel heater while I'm driving and still stay warm. Red Stick, hey Bruce, congratulations on 10,000. Thank you so much for that. That's great. I'm so excited for it, honestly, and I'm hoping that we can do like long live streams like this more days in a row, and just go on adventures. You know, do some pretty fun things. I'm mentally trying to plan for like if I do a live stream tomorrow like this, and we could do something creative. You know, Bruce, you ever planning to get a pet? So I'd like to get a pet, but it would have to be the right time and the right situation. Having a pet is a lot, you know. If you're trying to work full time in a van, it's super hard, especially in the heat. You know, you always got to kind of be aware of that in a sense. I know a lot of people who live in vehicles have pets and they can't work because they can't leave their dog long enough. It's too hot. And, you know, if your vehicle gets plus 30, plus 40 on the inside while you're at work, you don't realize that that dog's in danger. So, um, yeah, having a pet in van life is definitely something I've thought about. I had one. I had a 100-pound pit bull before, but I just couldn't put him through that, you know. So, and with that being said, for right now, no. Especially if I plan to like do some serious traveling. Like for instance, if on one of these live streams we just end up flying out of the country and going somewhere crazy, I would need a dog sitter, someone to watch my van. It would be a whole thing. If I tried to take him with me, there's a lot of stipulations at the borders and stuff like that. It's just too much of a headache in my mind. As much as I would love one, like I say, it's too much work for me and what I've got going on right now. You should just come and to the island for every winter. That would no, no. I'm still trying to pay off going to the island the first time. I don't think I'll go back to the island for a winter anymore. It's not worth it for me. It's too expensive. I'm still running my heater. It's rainy. No. At least Alberta has sun. Yeah, it gets minus 50, but you know what? The sun's there on that minus 50 day, so that's always nice and helps keeps the batteries charged. BC doesn't see nearly as much sun, so keeping the batteries charged is a little trickier. You really need to be driving around all the time. And it's just I don't like islands, you guys. I really don't like. It doesn't excite me. Knowing that the ocean can take you out with one quick swoop, doesn't excite me at all. I know a few people were asking if I was going to Chrome's meetup. I think next year, and I'm debating on it, but I'm really not sure, to be honest with you, because like I said, it's just a lot to go out there. But we'll see. If I end up going to Chrome's meetup, in a year or so, I might even just fly out to save the hassle of like driving my van there and back because it's so bloody expensive. But we'll see where we're at financially at that point. Also have a second surf. Nice. Yeah, I think you told me that already, Alberta and Stella. Super cool. I hope you're getting along. Thank goodness I won't have to worry about having to drive and run my heater at the same time. Van Island for winter. Van Island winter for the win. You still need to run your heater in the winter time. Vancouver Island, it was still cold enough to run your heater.
Vancouver Island with that enough expensive enough. Now, Horseshoe Bay to Nanaimo ferry sailing for reservations only for vehicles October.
Yeah, see, it's just too much of a hassle.
Just that one because they're doing construction.
Yeah, no.
So glad I know it.
Yeah. I'm on my third tank that comes with them because after a year they start to smell like diesel through the plastic. Really? I've had my diesel heater fuel tank, I think, for like almost 3 years now on my back door right next to my bed. Never smelled diesel even once. Same, I would like a pet, but no, heat is too difficult to deal with. Yeah, and also I love the heat. Let's see if I can help with the lighting in here. Let's see. Is that better, you guys? Is that better? Something like that. Yeah, and also I really love the heat. Like I keep my van like plus 30 degrees when possible all the time. That's how I like to sleep. That's how I like to live my van. It's super hot. So for a pet, unless I'm gonna get like a lizard, that's probably not gonna work. Hey, kiddo, it's island time. Big hugs. Nice. Just plan for next June. LOL. I know a guy holding a thing out there. Yeah, see, that's the thing though. Like I say, it costs so much for it to get out there. That I don't know. Like I say, if I did, I'd probably end up flying just to make it cheaper. Then also, then I could just go and leave. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just not super excited to go back to the island, or I don't. I'd love to go to Chrome's meetup. Don't get me wrong. I would love to. But to go to the island again, not super about that. To be honest, I ain't hiding it. But that's not just because it's Vancouver Island. Like I said, I don't like islands. I moved to the island 5 years ago from Alberta. Oh my god, my blue sky. I know, I love the blue skies in Alberta. It's awesome. As a semi-furry individual myself, a pet would be nice, but the hair shedding would be enough to knit scarves. Yeah, and there's also that too, the shedding of the hair. Get along great. These names are nice. They are both 20-pound dogs. Yeah, there you go. That's cool. You could get a parrot. Probably end up shooting it, to be honest with you. Starts talking back to me and shit. What'd you say, parrot? Get a lizard, iguana, or tan, whatever that word is. They don't mind heat. I know, it's just having to take care of it and stuff, though. It's just like, nah, I've got too much going on right now as it is. Just having an animal for me just doesn't work right now. Ew, 30? Yeah, I love 30 degrees. If I can keep it 30 at all times, I'd be happy. The lighting is fine, Bruce. You don't need to keep shifting it. Okay. Newfoundland is an island. Yeah, I'm not going back there either. Like I said, it's not that it's Vancouver Island I don't like. I don't like islands, I'm just not an island person. Y'all can have it. I like Alberta's prairies and deserts, and I like not being around more water than there is land. Believe me, I like growing up in Newfoundland. I had that sense of like the ocean's all around me all the time, and I didn't like that feeling either. Hit the like button, everybody. I'm cooking barbecue. Nice. The van that's cooking barbecue. I eat and drink my dog's hair every time. Every time doesn't even matter if it's takeout. It's in there. Yeah, exactly. And that's something I'm not wanting to deal with at all. Bishop sheds like crazy. It drives allergies nuts. Oh, big spider. Yeah, I don't want no big spiders. Heck no. I ain't doing no spiders. I don't mind them, but I'm just not gonna invite one in my house. Snakes are probably my biggest fear. Actually, snakes. Get that away from me. You could just get a jumping spider as a pet. I've often joked about if I was gonna get another pet, I would probably get a rabbit. So at least when it's at the end of its life, I could just eat it. You know, as long as I was feeding it good enough, just keep feeding it carrots or something. Desert rocks. I know, right? I love the desert. MSPEI. Yeah, that's something. Jumping spiders are small. Uh, that's my next pet, a hognose snake. Bruce, how do you stay so happy? Because I just remind myself that being upset all the time doesn't change anything. So we all have our days. If I do a lot of these like 20 full day live streams, you're probably gonna see a day or two where I'm not in the best mood. But for the most part, just trying to stay positive. It's all about the vibe. You know what I mean? Like if you're just walking around mopey and pissed off all day, guess what's gonna happen throughout your day? Nothing nice, right? But even when shit goes, I've watched this video where this guy, every time something bad happens to him, he goes good, right? Because it's like whatever, good, bring it on, right? He's ready for anything, and I really like that mentality of like, like the other day I got a nail in my tire, huge honking friggin' bolt in my tire. Got out, looked at it, good. Now, mind you, the tire's not leaking. You know, knock on wood, everything is good. But yeah, you know, I didn't let it get me down, and I don't know if it's the vibes or what, but the tire's not leaking. So yeah, PD in the background. Yep, PD right there. Uh, so I can chase you. So I can't chase you with a 6-foot boa. I chased my sister. I would cut it in half. You come near me with a snake, and I will cut it in half so fast. I won't even feel bad about it. Um, how are you feeling? Sorry we missed you when Chrome passed through. That's okay. I'm hoping to meet up with him when he comes back through again. Um, yeah, maybe even have a meetup or two before he gets back here. Okay. Vintage vehicle adventures. You fly to meet up, and you. I will haul out your tent and camping gear for you. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Like I say, it's a lot to go over there. So if I did, I'd probably end up doing something like that. But who knows, right? It's like a big van meetup, so to not bring my van would be a bit ridiculous. But also to drive all that way, it's, it's a lot. If I did drive, I would probably like beeline it one day, get to the island, do the meetup, and then shoot straight back to Alberta. No hanging around. Speaking of German spiders, seen one of my van bigger than my thumbnail. Yeah, but that's crazy. Big spiders. I'm building a tank in my new camper build for it. I love snakes. Don't, don't bring it around me. That's all I gotta say. You want to keep your snake alive, keep it with me. And glad you're back. Glad to see you back. Sorry to hear your health issues. You and your positive attitude gave all of us hope that we can make it through the worst of times. You're a hell of a guy. Hey, thank you for that, Robin. I try. I don't feel like anything can really get me down, get me like it. Obviously, like I said, we all have bad days, but I believe that just personally, I always bring myself up around, and even when I don't, you guys are all there to help me with your amazing comments and great loving support. It's not always easy to stay positive, but I've learned that staying positive, you know, just makes things a lot easier than moping around and complaining about it all day. It's one of the reasons why I don't watch the news. Anybody who knows anybody who watches the news, they're complainers. It's not me. Mm-mm. I hope you are not in Australia. I'd love to go to Australia. Box a kangaroo or something. I was a bit. I was bit by a baby rattlesnake in May 1998. Yeah, no. Erica, I know, but I also love redback black widow spiders. Super cool, but not for me. would you? You would love Oregon, camping in the desert, ski in the mountains, fish in the river, and surf by the Pacific all in one. That would be super cool. I'd love to go down to Oregon one day. I do have my passport now, so we'll see how much income these live streams can generate, and who knows? Maybe on one of the live streams we'll fly to Oregon or drive to Oregon. Who knows? Whatever the budget allows us to do. That's the only. That's the only way I do it. All in one day drive. Robin nicely said, yeah, I may, but never would consider living there due to the winters. You're gonna head out? Okay. Alrighty. Uh sure, yeah. Yeah, I can give it a bit of a fly there later on for sure. Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe I can even I'll figure something out. Yeah.
I'm just, I won't be using.
Okay.
I gotta go home to figure out whether I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah, because you guys were supposed to go camping this weekend.
I can take my van and check that sensor
All right.
on Monday. So it's like, drive 2 hours out there, won't get there till like 4.
Oh wow.
And then the next day I have to come back.
Oh. Are they already out there?
No, they leave tomorrow
Okay.
and then come back on Wednesday.
Okay. Will you be coming back Monday or Sunday?
Yeah, if I go.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if I should even go.
Yeah.
And come back.
Well, it could be an adventure. Get you out of the city a little bit anyway.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
Anyway.
alrighty. Nice seeing you.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
Okay. I'd like to buy tomorrow.
Yes.
Where you are.
Definitely.
I'd like to go. My grandchildren say, "Oh, Mom, can you come camping with us this time?"
Yeah, I bet you they'd love it
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Look at the size of that bloody ant. Holy shit. Goodbye. Need that around here. Maybe rent a karma van, just driving around the island. For Chrome, you can be the DoorDash guy. Can you imagine? Again, it would come down to the funds that I have at that time. In my budget, renting a karma camper van, I don't see ever being in my budget, but we will see. I mean, I don't even know what they cost to rent, but I'm just assuming, just because my budget is like -6 million, that it's just not in the budget. Bruce, I still need an address to send you your knife. Send me an email, Alberto and Stella, and then I'll set you up. The address is not public, but I can definitely send it to you through email if you'd like to send something. And I know she's been wanting to send that knife. We were supposed to meet up on the island before I left. Just didn't get a chance. How is your German lady friend? She's doing great. We talk every now and then. She's super busy dealing with her world. I'm super busy dealing with mine. Who knows? Maybe we can meet up with her again someday soon. But maybe fly to Germany to see her. That would be cool. You know, I want to take trips like that. Make money, brother. Hey, I'm trying, Russell. I'm trying. You know, on top of doing this YouTube thing, I'm doing a full-time job now. And right now, I'm still trying to pay off debts. So once the debts are all paid off, then we can focus on putting something away for a trip like that. But for right now, I'm still paying off the Vancouver Island trip from last winter. That's what makes me really not excited to think about going back that way because it was so expensive to go there the first time. Avoid the news like the plague, exactly. Very sweet person. I will keep you in my prayers. Thank you very much for that. Other animals are you. And the next live stream, I have a Van shirt as well, so we'll probably wear that one. I'm so glad to see you here. Hopefully, you won't be for a while if you ever spend any time in the hospital. Yeah, I hope I never have to go back to the hospital again. And you guys will be right here along for that journey. You know, trying to eat better, stuff like that. Speaking of, where's my water bottle? Because I need water. I will send an email edit today. Nice. I might not get back to you right away, but I will. I'm still in the process of going through all my emails. Well, better let us know when you in the States and Oregon for sure. Oh, absolutely. I would be super excited to go to the States. That sounds like a cool trip to me. You know, yeah. Bruce, if you are cool with tenting it, we could carpool to the island next June. Possibly. I'll keep that in mind, Lauren P. I'll be booting it out with just the car. Maybe then, you know, maybe we'll see. To meet up, it's a lot, you know. We'll see. Next June, I've still got lots of time until next June, so we'll see how everything goes. It's always hard to save when you seem like you're never getting ahead. Absolutely. Just getting this full-time job was like a huge thing for me because that allows me to kind of use all of that money, throw it towards the debts, and that'll help make a difference for sure. It's always our easiest solution. Yeah, it definitely is. We'll see, Lauren P. We'll see. Yeah, I get. Besides, like the cost to go there and come back, I'd love to go there, but just I wouldn't. I definitely would. I'd be just like you, Lauren P. There, back, not sticking around, just there for the meetup. Just fear getting trapped there. It's an island, man. You can get trapped there. Austin's mom's home, cranking tunes. Hopefully that doesn't copyright me. We'll see. But yeah, so we're gonna get ready and go do some laundry. You wanna go do some laundry here soon? No? Well, I gotta do almost everything, man. I gotta do almost everything. I'd like to wait until Sunday to do laundry, but I know I should just do it now, because if not, Sunday is gonna be packed. I promise not to strand you. No, it's not being left there, Lauren P. It's the ferries being shut down or something like that. That scares the crap out of me. An island is very restricting, so you can get trapped there so fast. Hi, Gypsy. Hi, Gypsy. What you doing, girl? 56 in the chat. Nice to see you all. Gypsy? No. That pizza's not for you. I know. It's a shame, but it's not. I'm watching you. Get it done and over with, waiting until the last minute ends of a hassle. Yeah, definitely. But our trick here is we know the laundromat lady that we go to the laundromat to. The door locks at like 8:30, so a lot of times I'll usually wait until like 8:30 to go there. Then the door locks behind us, and we just basically have the laundromat all to ourselves. So we might do that, and then end the live stream off, kind of doing laundry and then going to bed. So ferries being shut down. Don't be silly. Swim. I can't swim. Not like that. Yana helped teach me how to swim a little bit, but other than that, I don't know too much. And yeah, no, no. I know people think that's silly, but listen, I don't, I have fears of being on an island. Look at this. Some beets.
How many do you want? You don't want none of these? No, they're fresh from.
That's what she said. They were fresh.
Fresh out of the garden.
You don't want any.
No, I thought they were in the bottle.
Bottle it.
You know how much work there is?
Or eat them.
Huh?
Just eat them.
You get a bottle.
You don't grow them. Look how big that one is.
How many did you get?
I got 2. I got 4.
4. She's like you. That's why she got so many, is because you said you wanted some.
You do it? You have these 2.
Yeah.
I'll take these 2. Or do you want these 2? Oh, I don't know. She just took the bag up.
Oh.
There you go. This is why we need to get him the top grade hearing aid. You know?
Yeah.
Either that or he's distracted and not listening.
Huh?
Yeah. I'll bring the paddleboard. We'd make it back eventually. Crossing the pond with a giant pink flamingo. That'd be hilarious. Maybe back to see if you're still on live later. Yeah, I'll probably be here, Ovangale. Like I say, we'll probably go do laundry a little later on this evening. I need to go to the grocery store real quick, maybe grab some few things. I don't know how the internet's gonna do with going into the grocery store. Might have to put it on LTE, but we will see. I'm definitely gonna be experimenting with a lot of things like that. You know, like how am I gonna continue to live stream if we do go into a grocery store or anything like that. So Get your pilot's license and then be Bruce Plane Life Jr. That'd be awesome, actually. I'd love to get my own plane or a pilot's license. The island won't be there next June. LOL. And that's a possibility too, you know. It's a freaking island. Go found me and fly from YYC to Nanaimo. Oh, go fund me and fly from YYC to Nanaimo. Yeah, that'd be ideal for me, just to get there and get it done. I've done that drive over the mountains. It's also, um, it's okay, but I just, flying would be really nice. Then I could just avoid that whole hassle. Karen, if you're still alive, heck yeah, we're still alive. Going for gold, I see. Heck yeah. We got Dad's diesel heater installed today. We had some breakfast up on the hill. We hung out with a few friends, and later this evening we're gonna do some laundry. So, how you guys liking this full day live stream? By the way, you guys enjoying it? I know I've been enjoying having you guys around all day. Battling the phone charging thing has definitely been something. But yeah, other than that, we're going pretty strong here, and I'm enjoying it. What I might do though, here, let's call it, let's call it 6:30. What I'll do is 6:11 right now, so maybe 6:30. What I'll do, because my phone's about on 20% again, so at 6:30 I'll end this live stream at 6:11 right now, and then give my phone a chance to charge, and then from there I'll start up another live stream. I don't know. We'll give it like an hour or so. We'll start another live stream. Then we'll go do some laundry. Just to give my phone a break, because I would imagine it's just cooking there, trying to work all day like that. I like it. You keep me entertained, whatever it's about, all day while doing my daily chores. Nice. That's cool. I drove from Victoria to Summerside and back every year for 20 years. Oof. I don't know where Summerside is, but driving to Victoria every year for 20 years. That's wild. I don't know, I'm the kind of person that, like, in a sense, when I go somewhere and see something once, it's like, okay, I've been there. What next? And back every year. That's a wild trip. Yeah, all the way across Canada for every year for 20 years. Wild. Van, the burgers are ready. Nice. It's actually probably the longest that I've ever gone without having a burger, if I'm honest. When sticking to like sandwiches and stuff. I mean, sandwiches is not much different than a burger, but yeah, anybody who knows me knows like I live off burgers. But this evening we're gonna have some chicken or broccoli and cheese stuffed into a chicken breast thing, and then also I'm gonna make some rice to go with it. So we'll see how that turns out. You're right, hospitals suck. I've been in and out of them 5 or 6 times in the last few years. Yeah, hospitals do suck. I mean, in a sense, right? Like they're there to help us, so they're good in that sense. But having to be in there is definitely not enjoyable. Bruce has the Bruce has the buffet tonight. I get ribeye tonight. Nice. One of these nights, I'd like to take Dad for a good steak somewhere. Go check out a nice restaurant or something. We don't ever do that, Usually, like, we never go out and eat at a restaurant or anything like that. Um, like we used to do that, like back when I was up in Fort McMurray, working up there, making that kind of money. But other than that, no. So I'm hoping that we can do that a little more often. and just hang it together. So I'm making a Parmesan smashed baby potatoes, pork chops, and grilled zucchini. Oh well, you had me right up until the grilled zucchini. Pork chops. It's been a while since I had a pork chop too, to be honest with you. Bruce Lee, Spooky, how you doing, buddy? What's up, brother? How you been? I've been doing okay. I've been doing okay. How you doing? How you doing? You know? 51 people in the chat. Thanks for joining. Anybody who's just joining the live stream, we are doing like full day live stream today. It's a test for the future. If you guys enjoy this, maybe we'll continue this through everything. I am still going to be doing videos, but I'd like to take my time with the videos and edit a good quality vlog video. But I also don't want to have you guys fall behind and not stay up to date on what's going on in my world. So in that sense, we can continue to do live streams like this and keep you all up to date on real-time adventures. Oh man, you guys are all dropping in what you're having for supper. I'm getting hungry. I'm having smokies and salad night again. Camping dinner for the win. Heck yeah. But with poke tuna. Nice. Like and subscribe. Free support. Absolutely, Van Nut. Like and subscribe is definitely free to help support. And if you'd like to support that little extra, you can always join the YouTube membership sides. It's priced at a rate where I believe that everyone can afford it in a sense. Growing up with not very much in Newfoundland, I know what it's like to not have money, so I didn't want to set my memberships at an unrealistic amount. My YouTube memberships have two tiers. One's 99 cents. So like half of what it costs to buy a coffee, you can join the YouTube memberships, and help support the channel in that way. There's another one, I think it's $4.99 or something, but realistically is just there for those who can and want to, support in that type of way. Realistically, the 99-cent one is totally fine with me, you guys. No problem with that at all. I set it that way so that everyone can kind of afford it, and no one gets any different treatment because they have more to donate or whatnot. Everyone gets the same. The 99-cent membership and the more expensive membership, I think it's $4.99. But either one, they get the exact same access. No one's any different because they got more money. Okay, so just so everybody knows that. Bruce, I got my new legs last week. $280,000. That's crazy. They got rockets on the back. That's wild. What do they like, Mike? Curious. Bruce, tell your dad he looks good in your red T-shirt. I seen the short. Nice, nice. Dad, Kim says she said you looked good in that red T-shirt of mine.
Oh, thank you.
He said thank you. I'm having Jamaican where you jump from and Jamaican your own food. Hello from Shemanis. Glad you are looking after your health. Take care. Thank you very much for that. They are bionic. Heck yeah, man. That's cool. Bionic legs. Rock and roll. You'll be like Rocket Raccoon. Does your Crohn's flare up with coffee? No, it doesn't, thankfully. But I am trying to limit my coffee intake. I am trying to stick to 2 coffees a day. As you guys seen today, that doesn't always happen. But I am trying to definitely cut back on my coffees. Star-Lord, heck yeah. I need to put my Starlink's name back as that. Every now and then it'll reset, and then I lose the name, and I need to reset it. Because usually my Starlink's name is Star-Lord, Bruce Vanlife Star-Lord or something. So I'll put it back up one of these times. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's all hooked up. And I found it even has a ventilation mode. So instead of just running the heater, we can just run the fan. Right? Which should cool down the van. I tried it and it brought it up to 31. So I think it was just too hot of a day for anything really. Mike, can you walk with those legs? Yeah, what's a leg? Did he have like self-balancing or self-recovery setup or something like that? Where are the Mortal Kombat dogs at? Mr. Blur has gone on an adventure to BC right now. So the Mortal Kombat dogs, I guess, are in the woods training for their next battle. It is hot. Half robot. Hey, it worked for Will Smith in that one I Robot movie. Ever since then, I'm like, man, I want a robot arm. That'd be sweet. You know what I mean? You kind of look like Star-Lord. That would be my like Avengers name, Bruce Vanlife Star-Lord. He's got a flying van. For some reason, a raccoon. I mean, we don't know where he got that from. Raccoon van. Mike, are you a veteran? Yep. Self-recovering. Nice, man. That's really cool. If you don't mind me asking, what happened to the legs, brother? Is it something that happened when you got back, or is it something that happened like while you're out? You don't need to get into detail or nothing, but I'm always kind of curious on that. Yeah, right. I've told Mr. Blur to start a channel with just the two dogs Mortal Kombat fighting. I think it would be hilarious. Yes, thank you for your service, Mike. Absolutely. Is Mr. Blur following me? Creepy. No, I don't think he's that far, Lauren P. He's just somewhere mid BC in the mountains somewhere. Just needed a vacation, so he just took off. A flying van with a pet raccoon, the pilot named Star-Lord. Hey, that movie writes itself, am I right? All I need is some laser guns. No. Someone collecting recyclables. Flawless victory. Who's the dog in the background? Oh, you must be talking about Petey. Petey is in the background. Come here, Petey. Come here, Petey. Come here, Petey. Here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You don't gotta stretch. You're only coming up in my arms. Come here. Rrr. 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 This is Petey. Okay? Look at the camera, Petey. Tell the people what you think and what you got going on in your life. Tell them your YouTube channel. No, I'm just joking. That's Petey. Hi, Petey. Hi, Petey. Hey, what you doing, buds? Yay, PD time. Spooky is that is starting to sound like a Guardian Spaceballs collab. Guardians of the Galaxy meets Spaceballs meets Bruce Vanlife Jr. I'm down. Call Hollywood. Set it up. I was paralyzed from my service. The Navy refused to help in 30 years. I got hit by a truck and lost my legs. Wow, that's wild. Well, thank you for your service, and sorry all that happened to you, That's a bummer. I'm glad that you're still, you're still rocking, and you didn't give up, That's a lot to go through, and to see you still kicking, in a sense, because you got new legs now. You could be kicking. It's good to see. Keep up the good work. That's cute dog. What's up, doggy? PD's a rat terrier, for anybody who is curious. It was my honor. Nice. I have a few uncles, and my brother actually did spend some time in the military. A lot of my family has been through all of that. Not in the sense that you have, definitely, but much respect for all of that, man. Have you seen a show on Netflix called My Dad's the Bounty Hunter? I don't watch Netflix, to be honest with you. I haven't watched Netflix in years, probably. The only time I've actually ever sat down and watched a movie was in the hospital. And it was because it just was on the TV with Harry Potter on repeat.
Oh.
So I watched the entire series of Harry Potter from the kid one all the way to the adult one. It just kept playing. Like I'd nod off, wake up, different movie. Nod off, wake up, different movie. I'm like, this guy's aging quick. Like, holy shit. Charisse Love, still going. Heck yeah. Have you figured out your exhaust system yet? Oh, I figured it out. I knows what I need to do to it. I knows. Have I done it? No. I haven't. We need parts and a welder and some time, and then I could do like a full, really cool exhaust. I do know which direction I want to go with the exhaust. Right now, it's hanging on good enough. So, when I have all of the parts and the time, then I'll tackle that job. But I'm also planning to build a new engine for my van. You guys will see that be building it with me, so that'll be really cool as well. But realistically, my van needs a new engine, so in time, and we will build one. Me and you, we're gonna build one, okay? Super cool. Then we can look at getting a manual transmission for it and making it into the race home I've always wanted it to be. The U.S. has been good to me. Rocks, my service was in Canada. Oh wow! So really, thank you for your service, Mike. No need to follow you. Apple AirTags are a great thing. Been to any car or van meets lately? No, I actually haven't been to any car or van meet. Actually, no, we did the Three Hills car show and races. That video will be coming out eventually. But yeah, that was the only car show that I've done this year is the Three Hills event. Maybe we'll take the van to a car show. Hopefully before the summer ends, but we'll see how everything goes. Currently, the description of the exhaust is postponed, like the power steering pump. Yes, absolutely. But with good reason, with good reason. I don't want to do the job 4 different times. If I'm gonna do it, I'm going in there and I'm doing it from start to finish, getting it done the way I want it. And without the parts being there, I don't want to start opening that box of everything can go wrong with this job if I don't have all of the things I need to complete it. And for an exhaust system, I'm talking exhaust manifolds or headers is what I'm going for. Right back to where I need it to go with an exhaust cutout. So I'll have a quiet muffler, an exhaust cutout with a little louder something on that. It's not just going to be a straightforward exhaust. I want my van to have that super loud feature where it sets off every car alarm in the parking lot. Race van, totally different than most people's vans. Most people build their camper vans to go in the woods, be quiet, all that stuff. I'm building a race van, okay? My home is going to be flying. It's going to be the most aggressive, ridiculous thing you've ever seen on the road for someone to live in. But that's going to be my home. She's a pavement princess, and she's going to be a beast. New engine, manual transmission, exhaust cutouts, rock and roll. Like I thought, familiar with small. I am an ex-military cook. Nice. I made a big pot of chili last night and froze half of it for later. Nice. Rob is going to be beans. Beans, the magical fruit. Good thing I definitely didn't knock on it then. That would be crazy. Can you imagine? Kim probably fed Mike. Supercharged or dual turbos? I'd love, love to do supercharger, but realistically, they're super expensive. I do have a company that would reach out and offer a turbo kit to me. So that seems like the most possible solution. Although I'm totally on board for supercharger, I just need to get in touch with maybe a supercharger company, see if we can work together on that because they're like 7 and 8 grand for a supercharger kit. So, yeah, and then I can focus on building the engine around the power outer, gapping the rings and getting the right pistons and all of that stuff, and building the correct super horsepower engine for my home. That is still going ahead. That is, the way my van is getting built out is definitely staying in that direction. I'm not going to set the world on fire, but I'm going to be the fastest tiny home on the planet. You watch. May not be this year, may not be next year, but that title is coming. I served in 8 ships. Wow. 8. 1 submarine and 2 bases over 20 years. That's an amazing service, Mike. That's wild. And run it on air command, compressed air. Right? Hey, if they figure that thing out, I'm down to run my van on compressed air. Dude, who doesn't like the sound of a diesel engine once? I I can't stand the sound of a diesel engine. That's a different type of loud. That's just ridiculous. I'm not making any power at idle loud. Like when a gas engine makes noise, you know the world's about to spin backwards. Okay, diesel engines just make noise for no reason, just sitting there idling, trying to warm themselves up. Blah 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 blah. Nah, not my thing. And the smell, ew. Nah. I'd much rather have my eyes burn from race gas than smell diesel all day. I'm sorry. Honestly, I would love a sleeper build supercharger with whisper quiet exhaust and a bed in the back. Right? That's what I'm trying to build here. You know, a super sleeper build. Because I mean, it's gonna be clean on the outside. Like it's gonna be a clean van. I'm looking like probably 20 inch trims, just a clean paint job, nothing like super flashy. But then when you pop the engine, or pop the hood, it's like, oh, okay. Hi, Bobtail. I'm a super big fan of superchargers myself. Yeah, absolutely. I know turbos are probably more efficient, but you just can't beat that freaking whine of a supercharger. So good. If somebody works at Whipple and is watching this, hook your boy up. You know what I'm saying? Like, send me a supercharger, man. Let's set the world on fire. Someone works at the Nitrous or Summit Racing, hook us up. I'll put all those parts into that van. I'll put a 4.9 inch right now in it. Let's go. I have 40K. I have a 40K wheelchair now. Go electric or go home. No pro charger on my small block. I'd put a pro charger on it. Send it. Absolutely. A gas engine with gears is a sweet sound. Absolutely. Oh man, you can't beat just the rawness of a high horsepower gas engine paired with a manual transmission. Whew. Yeah. Erica used to take trade tying off the cookies. Pops the van hood and sees the radiator and other things. Oh no, she'll be very able to see. I promise you that. Once you get that stupid fan shroud out of there and that big death wheel fan, put some electric fans in there, you can actually see a lot under the hood of a van. Hi Kayla, how you doing? I used to bake cookies. Yeah. Oh, it's 6:35, you guys. Um, so what I'm going to do right now, Bobtail, it's in my '67 Nova wagon. Love that car. But yeah, it's 6:30 right now. We've been running the live stream for a while. What I'm going to do, like I said, my phone's about to die, so I'm going to end the live stream here, and then I will pick it back up again either when we're getting ready to cook supper, or we're going to do laundry. We still have those two things to do this evening, and I plan on taking you guys all along with me to end off the day, right up until the point where we're getting ready to go to bed. So, yeah, stick around. Thank you guys all for joining this live stream. I look forward to seeing you guys in like an hour or so. Stick around. Today we're gonna be finishing off. I want to do a full day, if not most of the day, live stream. So far we've been going pretty strong, and we're gonna finish that off strong. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep this going. And while I'm out, I'm also gonna try and do some research on Bluetooth microphones so that I can keep my phone charged and we don't have to do these little stops here and there. So we will see you guys all very soon. Thank you all for joining, and remember, never give up on living life. I'll say that even though I'm coming back in an hour, but just remember to never give up. See you guys all soon.